Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday the 31st of May. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. I'm just going to run through what I'm looking for in the markets for today. So the euro rallied quite nicely yesterday. We had a little bounce from around the 111 up to around, I think the high was around 111.40, and we have since held up there. We've had a small, obviously, sell-off this morning as it normally does, leading into the active session, and I do kind of expect this to rally now. So there's two things that I'm looking for. Firstly, on the smaller time frames, we have now closed below 111.16, which for me says that this is now going to be a fast move down. I mean, you can expect this to hit 110.50 quite quickly. Now, on the daily fibs, what this is looking like to me is that we've had a quick move down. We've just held at the 127. So what could also happen is if we do have a higher low here, we go through the trend line, then this could actually rally. And my top level is 112.75. So if we don't manage to get down to this 110.50, then I do expect 112.75 to be hit, as I think that is a really good zone to be getting short at, because that completes the down fib quite nicely, and we go out to test all the moving averages. So what I either expect is this nice lower high to be made through the lows, and we go and test 110.50 area pretty quickly in terms of quite a fast move. We are out of the trend line now, so this is potentially running into a nice area to be short at. Let's just have a quick look at whether there's anything else up there. Okay, so you've got S1, R1, sorry, up at 11.50. So if you guys play pivots, that is the S1, the R1 up there. And so potentially around 11.50 I think is probably quite a good sell zone to be looking to get short of euro dollar, and then we're looking potentially down towards that 110.50 zone. I think it's quite a good one. Okay, cable. So cable rallied nicely yesterday. We have sold off quite significantly overnight, but we just had another test of the 200 on the day, so this could be quite a nice formation of a double top here before we then continue to potentially sell off and down to the 21 down at 145.30. So what I'm going to look for now is, let's have a look. That's EMA's been taken out for today, so we got the short target in there and it was hit nicely, so we managed to get that perfectly on Friday. So we have completed what we thought we were going to do. Let's have a look at this one. So if you have a look at this, we're back down now towards the 38, and now we can potentially start this rally once more in cable. So what I'm looking for is a pullback and then to potentially go again in cable. So I'm going to look for this high low to be made, maybe look for a moving average that's held nicely on a rally. All the moving averages are starting to close in together, so narrow before for an impulsive move higher. We held perfectly on this 200 moving average on the hour, so I do really like this as a potential buy, and I think this is a good buy up towards 148 at least as a first target. So my daily level's giving me 148 as a good target, and this also lines up quite nicely in between this 118 and the 127. So I think as a first push up to there is a really good one. So if you get a nice entry, maybe an initial position somewhere around here with a stop below the 200, and then I'll be looking for a momentum break up towards this 148 zone, and I think that could be really nice in cable today. So that looks like there's quite a lot of potential in that one. Dollar yen had a breakout day yesterday, so we've finally broken out of that 110.20 kind of range, as you'll be able to see on this chart. We finally managed to break out of this, so let's get rid of some of these lines because they're now irrelevant. So if we get rid of this one and get rid of this one, oops. Okay, so we have finally broken out. We can delete these fibs as well so they don't confuse people. And we have, well, is that the D hit? Nearly. Okay, so we nearly got to the D. In fact, I'll probably say that if we have a significant pullback after this, I'd probably say that that was the D hit. I'm looking for this to get to 112. I think that's a really key zone for dollar yen. So if this lines up nicely with the 118 or the 127, this could be a fast move up there. So yeah, okay, so this lines nearly perfectly up with 112. So if we do get this shallow pullback and then go again, I think 112 is a really good target for dollar yen. Obviously, we finally broke out yesterday, had a nice bullish day in dollar yen, so I think that could now break higher, and 112 is certainly my first target for this one. It does certainly look like we could have some yen weakness. So what I'm going to do also is put this trend line in. Let's put this trend line in because I think that's going to be the one that's going to probably hold the price nicely. So it's not this one, it's going to be the next outer one. Yeah, so this one's going to be broken. So let's move out to this one. Hit a new high. Okay, cool. So anywhere looking to buy as soon as it comes into this trend line, any pullbacks we're looking to buy in dollar yen, and hopefully we just see this rally back up towards 112 as a first target and then potentially higher. I think that's probably quite a good idea in dollar yen for today's trading session, so that's what I'm going to be looking for. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD's an interesting one. On the day we pulled back to 38, ran up to 127, pulled back. So this could now be the break, now potentially to go higher in dollar CAD. So what I'm going to do again, we've broken that trend line. The fibs are out. So this is the first fib sequence. Pull back to 38, hit the next D. Hit the next D. So if we just put the new fib in, that's what we're looking like. Pulled back already. So I think this looks really nice for a buy. So what I'm going to look for is it to break back through these moving averages, pull back and hold, and then we're looking for a first target up towards 130, 140. So This was the trend line that was broken. As you can see, that's broken now. So now we're through that. This has got to be, you've got to be looking for the top side of this. The only thing I don't like is that rejection of yesterday's candle, but we could go back up and test 130, 140. Oh, is that the zone? Yeah, fine. Okay, so that's the top zone as well. So I think the fact that line's nicely up with the fibs, I think dollar CAD looks like a really nice buy up there, up towards that one. Yeah, 130, 140 looks like a really good zone to me. So that's what I'm going to be looking for dollar CAD. On the downside, on the upside fibs, it makes sense as well. So we've already had that pullback and the trend line break now for a first push. So now the continuation happens and we see that rally once more. Aussie dollars held really nicely, so we did expect this to happen. This was the zone that we were looking for Aussie to potentially hold. So if we just quickly look at this one. I think this zone is probably the key low zone now. So if we just put a rectangle in, so we're looking at this as a low zone for Aussie. Anything you get in there, I'll be looking for buys, but I don't expect to, because I think what we'd probably do today, we pull back, hold on this 200, and then go higher. So what I'm going to start doing now is fibbing this, because I do think that we are in a break upwards now in the Aussie. I do really like this as a rally market, and I think this one's going to really kick off some pace now. So if we just bang the fibs in, let's get rid of this one. Put the fibs in. So where do we get the D up at? That's not really a D hit for me. Well, it's gone a little bit deeper, so you could claim it is. But either way, we're now running into this. So this has got to be it's either that one or the previous one. So these are the two fib swings I'm looking at, either that one or that one. So I'm going to leave them both in just because I'm not sure which one it is. So maybe a pullback towards this zone, and then potentially this market leads higher. Now, often what will happen on a market that's basically going to break out, hopefully now, is that you'll often overshoot. So I expect it either 73 or potentially a little bit higher to be hit. So maybe 73.40. There's some moving averages all coming in around 73.60, 70 area. So maybe we get a rally up there as well. So, but I think Aussie, I'm going to look for that pullback into these moving averages here. Certainly, this one's a really good one, and I've got to be long at 72.10 if I get that opportunity, because I think that's a really good level. Kiwi, an interesting hold, and we're actually just forming a morning star here. So although I do think this is a short, I don't know whether it's ready yet. So it just keeps wanting to test the 8 on the day. So if we go to Kiwi, you can see how choppy this is. All we're doing really is going sideways. So if we just open this out, as you can see, we're just grinding lower, and this is often quite a good area to be short of the Kiwi. Every time it has a nice bullish bar. So if we just move this out to where we're at, we've just kind of gone through the trend line. But often what happens is you go through the trend line. This is low volatility. So you've gone through the trend line in low volume, and now we sell off. So I think that's probably quite a good price to be short of the Kiwi dollar at the moment. Again, the 200 is not that far away, and if you're worried about the 200, you can go behind this one here as well, which is, what's this one? The 280, which has held well in the past as well. So they're the two that I'm looking for. But I do think Kiwi's a nice short. I still like the short Kiwi. And actually, my favourite market, if you have a look at our Passel page, so if you just put London Trading Group Passel in, you'll see that a lot of us are Passeled about potentially Aussie Kiwi being a really good buy at the moment. So that's what I'm looking for the market today, guys. Hope that's been useful. Please leave any comments you have below. I'll be back tomorrow with another trading update, and happy trading. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.